Good morning, Snapchat. Had to bring the show back. It is cold. We'll get to the weather for this weekend. Some good news, some bad news, and some fun stuff. You don't want to miss it. Let's go. Alright, so where have I been? Since the last time you guys saw me, those of you that are returning to the show, I've switched jobs a couple times. I gained a lot of weight, but you knew that. I'm fat. COVID was horrible. Oh, we went through a pandemic. That was good too. But also, for those of you that are new here on my Snapchat, I'm ready for this morning show. It's called Good Morning Snapchat with 3 O's in the word good. It's my little trademark. I'm just going to call it trademark because it sounds cooler and legal that way. And that way you folks cannot steal it. But no, I'm just excited. Our first segment's going to be weather. So I'll do my best impression of your local thing. It is like 45 degrees. Ugh. So it is like 42 degrees here in South Georgia. My hands are freezing holding this phone. And if you think it gets better today, it doesn't. Because by 10 o'clock in the morning, it's only 48. So bundle up if you're going to work. And apparently there was some cold front coming through, because it's going to be 65 today on Wednesday. And by our weekend, it'll be 73. Again, here in South Georgia. And if you're listening or watching other places, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is your local right here. Again, Friday's going to be a little bit warmer. I think I look across the country, it's pretty much the same way. Do you mind with your loud truck engine? Enough about crappy local weather. I want to do something that's also local, but it's the bookings for, I believe it was Sunday night in Bullitt County. If you don't know, Bullitt County is the home of a college called Georgia Southern. Now, while Georgia Southern would just beat number 25 James Madison in football, which is a pretty big deal for here in little old Statesboro, let's take a look at what some idiots were doing as the weekend was over. Hence, drunk driving is rampant. So that was 19-year-old Matthew Hunt. Again, he's 19, but unfortunately, he's not 21. So based on those charges, one of which is reckless driving, so I guess he got pulled over for the reckless driving. Then Officer Gray comes up and goes like, can I see your ID because you got some alcohol in there? And then Matthew says, I don't know what you're talking about. So he shows me, he finally gets his ID. Sir, this is your older brother. No, it's not. This is your older... Come on, dude. Come on, Matthew. What's going on, man? And before you get mad at me for showing these, this is public records. It doesn't matter. If Matthew Hunt wants to whip my butt, I'm right here in little old Georgia. I gave Matthew a clown nose. But Mr. Sean Swift here got pulled over for DUI. And I know you're saying, well, yeah, it happens. Well, first of all, one of the dumbest things you can do is drunk drive. Like, it's unsafe, it's unfair, and it's selfish. But Mr. Sean Swift appears to be high or just not giving a crap about life because he's smiling. Hence why I put the question mark. I don't understand these stupid college kids, man. But you know what? We move on. Because the next guy, I have like no words besides, oh my gosh, that was local. You'll see. Alright, so this guy, Cody, who's literally my age, I'll be 26 on Friday, I believe, or Thursday. But no, Cody, I don't know if you saw it underlined, but Mr. Face Tats gets straight out of the chain gang and then makes terrorist threats and acts, which means he acted on what he's doing, and possession of a dangerous weapon. Listen, I know some people are not about that life, but apparently Cody is. I'm not the biggest fan of face tattoos in the first place, but boy, that Mr. Cody and the Chain Gang, I don't know what he's doing, saying I'm gonna blow something up, but please don't. I hope I'm saying this right, but 21-year-old Georgia Southern student from Nigeria, Sani Alayu, him and his friends had rented a personal type plane and they landed at Statesboro Airport. Now, you can skip through this part if you want. It's kind of uneasy to talk about. But long story short, he gets killed by the propellers, for lack of more details, obviously. And I don't want to get into that. But he gets killed by the propellers. Just shout out to his family in Nigeria and here. And also shout out to the kids that knew him. Because I know a kid from Nigeria at Georgia Southern's got to be one of the cool, unique things. Just thought I'd say that. Because it's unfair. And I just give my thoughts to everyone. Alright, so Georgia's having some big political debate. And apparently a bunch of voting happened yesterday. I keep telling people, I know that we're the good old-fashioned South, but politics don't matter like you think they do. Because remember when Obama was elected president, like just for perspective here, and first black man in office, well now we got a whole bunch of racism riots. Donald Trump was the most evil person in the universe, but Biden's gonna save us, and then they want him out now. I love believing in God, because I don't think politics saves a darn soul. Y'all do y'all, but I ain't waiting in no Georgia lines, especially for the debate between my thumb, my toenail, and my crap. Like, those are the three people running: Herschel Walker, Stacey Abrams, and Brian Kemp. Blah! Sports time! Baseball's in the playoffs, so it's fun to watch now. And the Phillies beat the Padres in Game 1 of the NLCS. That determines who goes to the World Series. The Yankees finished off the Guardians in 5 games, and now they'll play the Astros. You know, the cheaters that also employ Josh Reddick of Effingham County, which is the most stupid thing we could be proud of ever. They bang trash cans, bro. It's just, anyway, that's another story. NBA started last night. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown went bonkers against Joel Embiid and James Harden. Celtics beat the 76ers. And the Warriors with Steph Curry beat LeBron, AD, and the Lakers. And, of course, there's college football tonight. So Georgia State is going to play. For those of you that care, I'm just saying.